What is happening to Zillow, the all-encompassing digital real estate agent based out of Seattle, Washington? It's not been a great 2021 for them. Can they recover? Can they bounce from here? I take a look in chart of the day. Hello, I'm Stephen Hode, trader and founder of TheStopHunter. So before we can carry on, a risk warning for you to pay close attention to. The content in this video is not investment advice, so please seek the advice, help of financial professionals or financial advisors before investing and trading. And trading and investing involves a high degree of risk and your money is at risk, so be very careful. So with that out the way, let's get on with the analysis. Straight into the weekly line chart for Zillow, then ticker Z. You can see I've taken the chart, the weekly chart, line chart that is, back to 2018, and we can see a lot of sideways trading action really up to the late $60 mark, and then 2020 came along and they went up nearly 200%. Actually, that peak hit in February of this year. And you can see the decline so far, that number down there on the bottom right, 73% nearly, a huge collapse in the price. And we can see I've drawn on there that pink line. Now I think that's the neckline I've given of that head and shoulders pattern, and not the rules of technical analysis suggest that from the top of the head to the neckline there, show that under that neckline as a potential target area, and that's where that purple line is. And actually we've now gone past through that in the mid 50 sort of dollars, and it's heading back into that range where it went public in 2015 through to 2020. So it's really not looking at all good for the Zillow stock price at the moment. So if you do think they can recover from here and you're more bullish, then I use the line break chart to give me some numbers in, and I use a 4 line break chart with a 2-bar reversal. So that gives me an aggressive entry at about $56 and a more conservative one about $61.50. But that is certainly going against the longer term downtrend. And unsurprisingly, the daily Heikin-Ashi chart doesn't make good reading either. 2 signals at the bottom, both bearish. Volatility has actually calmed down since the beginning of November. That's when it broke down heavily, the price, and the volatility shot up to many multiples of its normal average. Now back down to about 40%, which is half under its longer term moving average. And volume, you can see there, it spiked the beginning part of the November very heavily to the downside and is now settling back down just under its longer term moving average. In terms of price action, you can see that trend down over 2021 from February time. It's been consistently down, and then, like I say, broke heavily beginning of November and forcing it down to new lows. And we still got the sell signal going on there from the 2-line pink box breakout setup, but overall trend down, signals down, all looking very bearish. I've used a $2 block size. All our signals down the bottom are bearish, and onto the price, you can see that yellow box that I've drawn on there between $12.50 and say $54. That's where a lot of the price action for most of its life, Zillow, it's been trading in. Then we had that run up in 2020, then the pullback in 21, and it's just coming on now to that zone. So important area here to watch. Can it consolidate and try and recover from here, or is it going to just go back into that zone of sidewaysness, bouncing between 55 and $13 upsides? It's got to break up through the longer term 200 moving average and the 61.8 Fibonacci line, which is well over $100, about 111, $15 and then up to 150, and then it can dream of seeing those highs of $204 again, but that seems like a distant memory. More likelihood is the downside into that yellow zone. So Zillow overall bearish. It's looking pretty bleak at the moment in terms of the technical analysis, and it would be a gamble to bet on a recovery at the moment until it was much clearer with the technical analysis, or there's a fundamental reason to do so. Going to the top right, 2 bullish entries for you if you are interested in the upside. Focusing on the targets, 3.1 and 5.7 to 1 to the upside. It's got a lot of upside potential in there, and the downside is still not too bad, 2.89 and 4.22 to 1, but at the moment, based purely on the fundamentals, a very bearish picture. So my final thoughts on Zillow. Well, it's not looking great, is it? Very bearish at the moment, unless there's some fundamental reason for a switch in sentiment there, then the upside trade that is, well, really just a pure gamble at the moment. The technical analysis isn't there to support that. If you are more bullish on Zillow, then I'd suggest waiting and timing your way into that trade, and it'd be interesting to learn from you guys if you know any fundamental reasons or ideas behind what could turn Zillow more bullish. Do you agree with today's technical analysis of the stock price? Do you think it's still bearish, or can you see some light at the end of the tunnel? Like I say, love to hear from you about Zillow and its potential future. Now, if you've liked today's video, then please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell buttons to receive future notification of content I'm going to produce just like this. All that's left for me to say then is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.